Might just start doing a segment called Who Wins, by hypothetical possible boxing matchups today. But we back with the Boxing Clinic and more. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. Y'all know what it is. Continue to move, grind, push, and appreciate y'all. Continue to like, subscribe, and share the videos. Definitely appreciate it. And so focus us on real trill, worldly talk. Not just boxing, not just basketball, football, but everything, But yeah, man, I had a subscriber say that Canelo will whoop on Danny Jacobs, and how can I even see Danny Jacobs whooping Canelo? I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. And yeah, Danny Jacobs looked like dog shit last time out, but it's just certain advantages that he got over Canelo that is why people believe that he'll beat the shit out of Canelo. Let's say Canelo wasn't, juicing and cheating at no point in his career, and what we see with Canelo at 160 and that 54 and that 155 Super Canelo weight is actually what we gonna get, from him in the future. He's a good fighter, but all the physical advantages favor Danny Jacobs. Him being about 6'1", probably I think he got longer arms, being more athletic with his feet. He got a lot of physical advantage. Faster, quicker, stronger than Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion. And it'll be a difficult fight for Canelo, but I think Canelo could get the job done. I think he could, especially with Danny Jacobs' slippage of late. It's a real possibility that he can beat Danny Jacobs. But if I can get the Danny Jacobs, that's in the Triple G fight back, he didn't really take any brutal punishment. He could start sitting back and let his punches flow. And just not trying to reach and try to, really go get it artificially. Just let the game come to him. The best Danny Jacobs versus the best Canelo at 160. And have we seen the best Canelo at 160? I don't know versus Triple G. That's yet to be seen. But that version, I think I would favor Danny Jacobs. That size, the length. And I know people see what Saluki did and be like, well, Canelo can do what Saluki did. And he could. That's not the best Danny Jacobs I've seen. He could do what Saluki did. Jab and counter with the right hand all night. That's something that he could do. But you got to remember, Saluki about 4 more inches taller than Canelo Alvarez, and arms probably longer. Saluki is like 6 foot itself. Canelo really like 5'8", 5'8". So you go 9, 10, 11. Yeah. Saluki about 4 inches, and Danny Jacobs about 5 inches taller than him. We know Canelo is not a pressure fighter, so he likes to walk you into stuff and outbox you. And Danny Jacobs is a giant to him. It'll be interesting to see Canelo Alvarez's versatility on how he will attack Danny Jacobs. But Danny Jacobs is a tough pill to swallow for anybody in the middleweight division. When he's on and he ain't trying to press and swing for the fences all the time. And I know a lot of y'all love Canelo, but I just have to favor Danny Jacobs on what I've seen at middleweight. Overall, has Canelo have a way better boxing career than Danny Jacobs? Yes, he's beat better opponents. He's faced better opponents. Won't doubt that. He's been a world champion. He got quick hands. He got a little bit of pop. But at 160, it's a different ball game. I see a few middleweights that I would favor over Canelo Alvarez, being Billy Joe Saunders, Jamal Charlo, and Danny Jacobs. I understand he did well versus Triple G, but that doesn't mean he gonna do well versus the other punchers or other boxers in the division. It doesn't mean jack shit. Triple G possessed one style. He came forward and tried to make the fight versus Canelo. Canelo was allowed to counterpunch and do what he wanted to do most, and that's move backwards and walk Golovkin into shots. With Danny Jacobs, it's kind of like, he's got more athletic ability than Golovkin. He can do more as far as box side to side, in and out, put combinations together with his speed and power. It'll be a difficult matchup in my opinion. I know a lot of people is going to probably disagree with me because of the love they got for Canelo Alvarez. But at the middleweight division, especially if Danny Jacobs coming in at 180, he's just too fluid and too much of a better boxer than Canelo Alvarez, in my opinion. The size is going to be an issue because it ain't like Canelo come forward, cut the ring off, and bang to the body. He going to be trying to outbox Danny Jacobs. And I ain't saying it's impossible, but he ain't so lucky, though. He ain't 6 foot with long arms and do what he did. he got to come in and take chances with Danny Jacobs. And we seen with Floyd Mayweather, he wasn't even willing to take those chances with Floyd. He was trying to box Floyd. He didn't come in and try to be the boss and try to, push Floyd back and and try to be dirty and bring that aggressive pressure style. He didn't try that. He know that ain't his game, and he ain't gonna turn into that for Danny Jacobs neither. So you telling me he boxing Danny Jacobs from a distance? I'm taking Danny Jacobs. If he gonna box with Danny Jacobs, I'm definitely taking Danny Jacobs. I'm probably 75% sure that Danny Jacobs is gonna beat him if he boxes him. They talking about Lara and Trout moving and Floyd moving. I mean, Danny Jacobs can move and he can be offensive when he's on point. Now, if you telling me it's the Jacobs that fought so lucky and the one that ain't look so good, then yeah, I give Canelo a chance. But I probably still favor Danny Jacobs due to the physical liability that Canelo is gonna be at in this fight. He ain't faster than Danny Jacobs. I don't think he hit harder than Danny Jacobs. He not taller and longer than Danny Jacobs. His feet not better than Danny Jacobs. So, it's a lot working in Danny Jacobs' favor in this fight. And Canelo Alvarez not going to go look for this fight, trust me. He not looking for no Charlo or Danny Jacobs. Like, I'm very interested to see Golden Boy's blueprint for how they going to move Canelo in this division. Because on the hierarchy of this division, it's a lot of fighters that give Canelo Alvarez a problem. He ain't going to be able to get tired of referring to certain fighters in this division. Trust me. He ain't going to be able to run and hold on the ropes and do that like he did with Triple G in this division. A lot of fighters will take advantage and beat the shit out of him in this division. I'm going to say that again. A lot of fighters will take advantage of that and beat the shit out of him in this division. He pretty much a fish out of water in this division. People say, oh, he did good versus Golovkin. Guess what? It's a lot of other fighters that could do good versus Golovkin well and probably will win. And Danny Jacobs, I felt, beat Gennady Golovkin. Maybe people won't agree with me, but like I said, I felt he beat Gennady Golovkin. I thought, his performance might have been better than Canelo Alvarez's performance. But people don't talk about that. People try to sweep it on the rug like Golovkin won that fight. Golovkin, after that fight, looked like he knew he lost the fight. And Danny Jacobs did very, very well versus him. And so did Canelo Alvarez. I felt they both beat Gennady Golovkin, in my opinion. So that's just my point of view from that. And I think it's just a tough matchup. I think it's a lot of tough matchups at middleweight for Canelo Alvarez. This is a guy that was struggling with Austin Trout, that struggled a little bit with Cotto, who struggled with Lara, who struggled with a welterweight and Floyd Mayweather. And you got guys that's bigger, that's more speed than him, that can punch harder, and that's longer than him, that's gonna cause him more problems. And he ain't gonna just get magically bigger, stronger, faster at middleweight. He might be a little bit stronger and bigger, but it ain't gonna be comparable to a guy like Danny Jacobs' size and speed. And that's just how I feel about that fight. I know a lot of people may disagree. And could I see Canelo winning? Anything is possible in boxing. I just favor Danny Jacobs. If the Danny Jacobs versus Lucky, like I said, show up, or the areas he was all right, then I think about picking Canelo Alvarez. But like I said, you never know with him neither. After that steroid shit that he was on, he might not be the same fighter as well. So it's an interesting matchup. I don't think it's a matchup that's going to happen anytime soon or ever. But we're just talking about it, and I think I favor Danny Jacobs. And I might be in the minority there, or I might be in the majority there. But I think Danny Jacobs spanks Canelo Alvarez. But anyway, I appreciate everybody for rocking out with us. Subscribing, liking, sharing, disliking the videos. But don't come with no dumb shit in the comment section. It will get you banned from the channel. The N word with the ER on the back get you banned. And just saying some off the wall shit. I can respect everybody's opinion, but don't disrespect nobody or disrespect me. If I catch it, I ban you from the channel. It's just that plain, simple, sweet. Y'all know what it is. TPC and more. We gone.